Howdy, everybody. Here we are, all ready to take you down to Pine Ridge for another visit with Lum and Abner. Brought to you by the makers of Horlicks, the original malted milk. First, here's good news for everyone who's looking for something really new in cool, refreshing summer drinks. A folder of grand summer drinks that can be made with Horlicks. And it's free for the asking. Just drop a postcard to Horlicks, Racine, Wisconsin. Have you got that? Horlicks, Horlicks. Racine, Racine, Wisconsin. This little folder gives several fine summer drinks that are just the thing for parties or for serving on warm summer nights. Drop a card tonight. Remember, it's free. In the meantime, get a package of Horlicks malted milk from your druggist in either natural or chocolate flavor. Then you'll be all set to try out these cooling recipes when they arrive. And now, let's see what's happening down in Pine Ridge. Squire Skimp's hippodrome was closed day before yesterday, and he has been ordered to appear in Lum's Justice of the Peace Court today to answer the charge of violating a city ordinance prohibiting the operation of a theater on the second floor of a building in Pine Ridge. The case has been called for 2 o'clock at the Jot-'em-Down store. And as we look in on our old friends now, we find Dick Huddleston and Grandpappy Spears, the complaining witnesses, and Lum and Abner waiting on Squire Skimp, the defendant, to put in an appearance. Listen.
Well, I wish he'd hurry up and get here. I'm getting tired of waiting.
Yeah, I'll get back to the store, Lum.
Well, he knows the trial's set for 2 o'clock.
Well, if he ain't here pretty soon, why, you can get him for contempt in courts or something, can't you, Lum?
Well, yeah, I reckon I could according to law, but that's to fine him for contempt of court on top of everything else he would accuse us of framing up on him showing up then.
Well, I don't care what he thinks. If he don't show up over here, why, we ought to just go ahead and have a trial without him.
Well, we can't have a trial less than a defendant. Wait, that was our room, wasn't it?
I don't know. I never paid no attention.
Yeah, I think it was, Lum.
Yeah, it must be Squire, so.
Yeah, it might be.
Well, now, if he tries to talk you into putting a trial off, Lum, just tell him he's supposed to.
Hello? Jot-'em-Down store, Lum Edders, Justice of the Peace talking.
Make him come on over here.
Oh, well, how are you? I never hardly knowed you. You don't favor yourself hardly. Oh, you are?
That ain't Squire, no.
We're all sitting here waiting for him now. Yeah, the trial's set for 2 o'clock, but he ain't showed up yet. Huh? Well, I guess so. I don't see no way for me to do anything else. He's violated one of the ordinances here in Pine Ridge. And... No, I never neither. I never had a thing to do with it. Dick Huddleston and Grandpappy Spears was the ones that swore out the complaint.
Yeah.
He said what? Well, he knows better than that. He's just saying that to get your sympathies roused. Well, it would be underhanded if I was doing it for that reason, but... You mean if I... Well, I've got to perform my duty. He's made a violator of the law, and it's up to me to... Well, I do know. I never thought you'd take sides against me that way. I don't see no reasons why this should affect us in no way. I'm sorry you feel that way about it. Well, I don't know. I'll have to study it over. I don't want to make no promises. Well, no, I don't want to promise something and then not do it. Hello? Hello?
Who was that, Lum?
Nobody.
You mean you was talking all that time and there weren't nobody on the phone?
Bad news of some kind, Lum?
No, I reckon not. Abner, come here a minute. I want to speak to you. Excuse us a minute, fellas.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's all right, Lum. Lum, you look like you saw gold. What in the world is the matter with you?
Abner, would you be much put out if I turned Squire loose this afternoon and find him not guilty?
Why, I don't see how you could, Lum. We know Dad blame well he's guilty. There ain't no doubt about that. Why, was that him calling, making some more threats?
No, it's something worse than that. I ain't scared of his threats.
Well, what's the matter then?
Well, that was Evelina.
Evelina?
Yeah. Squire's been over there talking to her. Got her to believing that we've closed up that place of his just to get him out of the way so we can make more money at our picture show.
Oh, well, he's been telling everybody that now.
Well, you know, Squire's a member of the school board, and he told Evelina if I never dismissed these charges against him, why, he'd see personal if she never got her job back next fall.
Well, Omner low down, good for nothing. I'll swan to.
So now she told me just now on the phone if I convicted him this afternoon that me and her was through for good. Our engagement is broke off.
Well, I never would have thought Evelina would ever want you to do something that weren't right, Mom.
Well, she wouldn't either, Abner. She wouldn't, but he's got her believing that he's in the right and we're in the wrong.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Good afternoon. Well, hello, Squire. We've been waiting for you. Yes, I guess I'm a little late.
I expect we better get on up there, Abner.
I hope I haven't caused any undue anxiety on the part of our distinguished magistrate, holding up the proceedings of his court of justice.
Listen to that.
Yeah, I hear him. Well, just use your own judgment, Mom. I'll stand by you whatever you do now.
Thank you, Abner. Come on. Well, gentlemen, as everybody's here now, I reckon we may as well get the court opened up and try the case.
Yeah, you fellas, come on, let's get started.
Your Honor, I hope you will accept my sincere apologies for my slight tardiness.
That's all right, Squire.
Yeah, Lum could have fined you if he'd been a mind to do it, but he never.
Court will please come to order. Mr. Skimp, I wonder if you'd mind to sit over here in this chair.
Not at all, Your Honor, not at all. Your slightest wish is my command. Sit on the floor if it pleases the court.
No, this chair will be all right. Now, gentlemen, I now declare this Justice of the Peace Court duly open to try the case of that of M.K. Skimp, vice versa, the City of Pine Ridge, for the violate of ordinance number, number 32, which reads as follows. It will be considered unlawful for any person or persons to operate or present a theatrical entertainment on anything other than the ground floor of any building within the corporate limits of this city because of the fire hazard. Violation of this ordinance shall be punishable by a fine of not less than $50 and not more than $500, and said place of business shall be permanently closed.
Why, Your Honor, I'd like to say a word.
Just a minute, Squire, Mr. Skimp. We'll hear from some complaining witnesses first, and then you'll have a chance to answer the charges brought against you. Milford Spears, will you please rise and be sworn?
He's talking to you, Grandpa. Oh, yeah, sure.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Why, sure, yeah.
According to this complaint, you've charged M.K. Skimp with operating a picture show on the second floor of the Lodge Hall, which is a violate of Ordinance 32, which I just now read. Kindly state to the court what you know about it.
Well, all I know is that he's got a picture show up there, and it's in the law, and I think it ought to be closed up. It is closed.
Quiet, please. Don't be making statements, Mr. Peabody, till you're sworn in by the court.
Well, you don't think I'm telling something that ain't so, do you?
Mr. Peabody, you'll please stop talking unless the court gives you permission.
Do you mean that I've got to ask you before I can say
Abner,
anything?
will you hatch up or I'll pop you on, or fine you for contempt of court? Have you got any more remarks to make, Mr. Spears?
Very odd is it him trying to tell me when I can talk. No, I don't believe I can think of nothing else to ask now, Your Honor.
You better be quiet, Abner. You're bothering Mom.
Me and him been parted too long for him to sit up there and try to tell me.
Silence in the court, please. The next witness is Mr. J.R. Huddleston.
Who? Oh, Dick.
Stand up and be sworn, please. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Please state to the court, Mr. Huddleston, just what you know in regards to this case.
Well, while I have no personal interest in the case whatever, or no ill feelings of any kind against Squire here, I feel that the operation of a picture show or any other kind of an entertainment that would attract a large crowd is a hazard to the lives of the people who attend. And this particular building where Squire was operating his show is a very old frame building, and there's only one exit from the upstairs. A little narrow stairway that would be entirely too small to allow the crowd to get out in case of fire. And that's the reason that I signed the complaint.
Have you heard anybody else besides yourself and Mr. Spears here that thinks it's unsafe to run a picture show up there?
Well, yes, I have. I've talked to several about it. Of course, there's a lot of folks that haven't stopped to realize the danger.
Well, that don't make no difference about that, no way. If it's against the law, it's got to be closed.
I'll decide the case then, Mr. Spears. You know, Parsley, that Mr. Skimp was running a picture show on the second floor of a building, Mr. Huddleston?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'll be dead same. Long can't recollect nothing.
That'll be all, Mr. Huddleston. Mr. Skimp, you've heard the charges brung against you, and you've heard the law read. Are you guilty or not guilty?
Well, Your Honor, that's what I thought you was here to decide on.
Yeah, sure, that's right. Sure. Well, are there any remarks you'd like to make before I pass judgment?
Why, yes. I'd like to ask the court a question, if it's permissible.
All right, stand up and be sworn, then.
Well, I'm not going to testify, Your Honor. This is just a question that I want to ask you.
Oh, well, yeah, sure, go ahead.
Did you receive a telephone call shortly before I got here a few minutes ago?
Oh, yeah.
Was it a young lady that called you?
Yeah, it was Evelina.
That's all I wanted to know. I'm perfectly willing to leave the case in your hands, and I trust that the complaining witnesses, my good friends Mr. Huddleston and Mr. Spears, will be satisfied and abide by your verdict.
Well, if that's all the evidence there are, I reckon it's left up to me to give the verdict. Any questions anybody'd like to ask?
And I just choose your own judgment, Mom.
Well, gentlemen, after reading the law and hearing the evidence in this case, I find the defendant guilty. And by the power invested in me as Justice of the Peace of Cloverleaf Township, I impose a minimum fine of $50 in order.
Squire's bit of last-minute strategy didn't work out so well. Lum may be in bad with Evelina now, but Imp Hippodrome is out of the way. This is Carlton Bricker, speaking for Lum and Abner and Horlick, who now bid you all good night and good health. Here we are, all ready to take you down to Pine Ridge for another visit with Lum and Abner. Brought to you by the makers of Horlicks, the original malted milk. The original malted milk. Do you ever wonder what I mean when I say that? Simply this. The successful combining of rich, full cream milk, wheat, and finest malted barley was first discovered by Mr. William Horlick over 50 years ago. It was the first time in history that whole milk had been successfully reduced to powder form, in combination with extracts of the malted grains. His discovery proved to be one of the most important and far-reaching in the history of medical dietetics. Ever since, Horlicks has been used and recommended by physicians the world over for a wide variety of dietary uses. And ever since, Horlicks has been known as the original malted milk. Look for this mark when next you are buying malted milk. It readily distinguishes Horlicks from the many cheap imitations now on the market. It is your guarantee of quality and results, and your safeguard against inferior products. And now, let's see what's happening down in Pine Ridge. Well, last Friday, Squire Skimp was tried in Lum's Justice of the Peace Court for operating a theater in violation of a city ordinance in Pine Ridge. And Lum ordered his place closed and assessed a fine of $50. Now, as the Pine Ridge Planetarium is the only theater in town, the old fellows are doing a big business. As we look in on our old friends today, we find Lum and Cedric Wehunt in the box office of the theater just before the evening performance. Abner is just entering. Listen.
Why ain't you in there taking up tickets, Abner?
Well, Elizabeth's taking them up for me. She likes to sit there and speak to everybody when they come in anyway.
Looks like we're going to have a full house again tonight.
Yeah, might now all the seats is took now.
Expect you better get on up there in the booth, Cedric. Be time to start here directly. Yes, Mom. Ain't supposed to start till 7:30, though. You can run some of them slides, sort of keep the audience from getting impatient. You want me to run that slide telling the women to take off their hats? Yeah, I'll better run that and about no whistling or stomping your feet or loud talking aloud. And Cedric, tell Grandpap to come here a minute, too. Oh, yes, ma'am. All right.
Well, there comes Jim Higgins and his family. First time I saw him out to the show.
Yeah, well, River's been up. I don't reckon they could get across. Howdy, Jim. Good evening, Miss Higgins.
How are you, Lum?
Oh, first rate. How's yourself?
All right, I reckon.
Fine-looking bunch of children you got there, Jim. Must take after their mama.
Yeah, how much is going to cost to get in here, Lum?
Adults is 25 cents apiece. That'll be half $1 for you and your woman. And we'll run all the youngins through at 10 cents a head. That'll be $1.10. Just give me $1 and we'll call it even.
Well, I better tell Elizabeth to let them all in, Lum.
Well, I'll give them all tickets, Abner.
Oh.
Here you are, Jim. Much obliged. Hope you enjoy the show.
Don't it cost him something? He brings that bunch of his to the show, don't it? Did you send for me, Lum?
Yeah, Grandpap. I just wanted to tell you to start playing that piano in there. Entertain the folks till the picture starts.
I've been playing it for the last half hour.
Well, I couldn't hear you out here. I just suppose you hadn't started yet.
Oh, yeah, he's been playing. I could have told you that, Lum. I never know that's what you wanted with him. Play that Gardinelli again, Grandpap. That's my favorite.
Yeah, go ahead, Grandpap. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, all right, Lum.
Hey, how about getting some tickets here? Well, hello, Dick.
Yeah, howdy, Dick.
What kind of show is this you got tonight, fellas? Why, it's an uncommonly good one, I reckon, Dick. It's some high recommended.
Yeah, well, give me 3. The wife and Ethel went on in.
Here, now, no, just cut that out now. We don't want to charge you nothing, Dick. Just put that money right back in your pocket. Come back here.
No, you're not going to do that, Mom. I'll see you after the show.
Oh, for goodness sake. There's a fine feller, you know it. Hadn't been for him, we wouldn't have been doing all this business.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have to get some more seats for this place, too, Lum. There's an awful lot of folks had to stand up Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can rent some more of them chairs at the county seat.
Yeah, I might could get them from a lodge hall now that Squire's closed up and ain't used them.
Well, I don't know. Squire leased them for 3 months, you know, and Mose Moot says he's going to make him pay the rent on the hall over there whether he uses the show or not.
Well, he ain't going to have no show in there, I can tell him that right now. That place is closed up for good.
We'd have to rent them from Squire, though. As mad as he is at us, he'd more than likely want to charge us 2 or 3 prices for them.
Yeah, I doubt he'd let us have them at all, even.
Wait a minute. Hello? Pine Ridge Planetarium, Lum and Abner's talking. Oh, the Follies of 1934. Yes, Mom. Oh, my, it's supposed to be uncommonly good. No, starts at 7:30 sharp. Yeah, I think you can make it all right. It's, let's see, it's 25 after now, according to my time. All right, Miss Keller. I'll have Cedric hold the show up till you can get here.
Yeah, howdy, George.
Oh.
Lum will be through there in a minute.
Not at all, not at all. Goodbye. Yeah. Hello there, George.
Too, Lum.
All right, sir. Much obliged to you. Hope you enjoy the show.
And there's a fella, Lum, that owes everybody in town. Can't raise money to pay his debts, but he can always go to any kind of a show that comes to town.
He owes us a bill down at the store we never will collect.
Yeah, like them two little girls at Homer Rankins. Come in the show there a while ago, and that family's been on a relief all winter to my own knowledge.
Well, they never paid nothing, though, Abner.
Huh?
They never paid nothing. I seen them standing out there in front looking at the posters, and I just give them tickets. More likely the first time they've ever had a chance to see a show. I telephoned the Seastrong who lives next door to them and had Ezra go over and tell her mama where they's at.
Yeah, well, I was going to say...
How many, please?
Huh? Oh, howdy, Snake.
Howdy, what does it cost to get in this joint? Why, 25 cents for 8 of us. That's what you wear. What'd you call me? Nothing. Admission is a quarter, Snake. Well, that's 20 cents too much anyway. Give me a ticket, though. Yes, sir. There you are. Just put it on the books. I ain't got no money with me. I'll pay you later.
Well, here, Snake, we ain't got no credit card.
Let him go, Abner. Don't want to get in no argument with him about it.
Oh, he never will pay it, though, Lum.
Well, I'd rather give him a ticket and have a Lucas over.
Well, so there's a fella that'll go clean him out of his way to do something on that Snake Hogan.
Yeah. Poor little wife and children here stayed over at the house by themselves. Never thinks about taking them out to nothing.
Yeah, sure, I bet that they ain't saw a show in 5 years.
I don't suppose them children of his ever saw one.
No, more than likely not. More than likely.
You know, I wouldn't mind to let them in for nothing, Abner. Wish we could get the business built up to where we was making enough money to just let such folks as that in free for nothing. Just let all the children in town in for nothing. Wouldn't that be a fine thing?
Yeah, I'd love to do that. Of course, place would be jammed with them every night, hold on.
Yeah, I don't believe we'd lose a thing by it, Abner. Children's folks would have to come along with them. They'd buy tickets, of course. I believe we'd have business to where we'd make money.
Oh, my goodness, look, come yonder, Lum, look here.
Where, who?
Squire Kemp, get down here to where you can't see you.
Oh, get up from there, Abner. He ain't gonna bother us.
Well, I ain't gonna give him no chance. He's gonna get even with us for closing his place up.
Well, he can't hurt us, and that's on the inside of the box office here.
Well, he can shoot through it, can he?
Oh, he ain't gonna do nothing. Might start an argument or something, but that's about all. Just let me handle it. Well, howdy, Squire.
Good evening, man. Good evening. How's business?
Why, pretty good, Squire. House is nearly full tonight.
Yeah, this looks like it might be a pretty good picture you got here tonight.
Yeah, it's supposed to be uncommonly good.
Yes, well, you men ought to do a nice business here now that my place is closed up over there.
Yeah, I sort of hate that, Squire. I don't feel just right about that.
Well, I don't blame you, Lum. There wasn't anything else that you could do. It was a law, and it was up to you as justice of the peace to enforce it.
Well, I'm proud you feel that way about it, Squire.
Oh, yes. There's no hard feelings, Lum, not at all. I was a little mad at first, of course, but after I got to thinking it over, I realized that place over there of mine was a fire hazard. And before I'd risk the lives of my friends and neighbors here in Pine Ridge, I'd rather the place be closed.
Well, that's mighty nice of you to look at it that way, Squire. I want to shake your hand.
Well, all right, Lum.
Yeah.
Well, just let bygones be bygones.
Yeah, sure.
Better give me a ticket. I think I'll go in and see the show tonight.
No, here now, Squire. Here's your ticket, but I don't want no money. No, so you just feel free to walk right in this show anytime you want to. Won't cost you a cent. Glad to have you.
No, I don't want to do that at all now, Lum. I'd rather pay him away. No?
Well, we don't want to charge you nothing,
No,
Squire.
I wouldn't think I would appreciate it, Lum, but I want to pay him away just like anybody else. Well, I'll see you later, then.
All right, Squire.
Well, I'll swan to goodness.
Well, sir, did you ever have such a surprise in your life? Granny, he ain't such a bad sort of a fella after all, is he?
Well, I don't know, Lum. I just can't trust that feller. When he gets to talking too nice that way, well, that's when I get scared of him.
Oh, shucks.
Sassafras.
Well, I do.
We just got off and got to thinking the whole thing over and seeing where we was right. And he was man enough to come down and admit to it. I had mine first.
Yeah, but now when he gets to pat me on the back that way, why, he's more like just looking for a good place to stick a knife in there.
Trouble with you, Abner, you hold a grudge too long. Squire's trying to do the right thing. You've got to learn to trust your fellow man, Abner.
Well, I hope I'm wrong, but I feel this feel.
Abner, Lum.
Huh?
Come here quick. Somebody's hurt. They've been after you.
Oh, my goodness alive.
What's the matter, Grandpap? Who is it? Get out of my way,
Yeah,
Abner.
who is it, Grandpap? Oh, my goodness, look yonder, Lum, look yonder.
That's everybody. Get in the man.
Who is it? Who is it?
Turn on the light, Cedric. Here, let me through here.
Turn on the light,
Get out of my way.
Cedric.
Who is it? Who is it? Get back, everybody. Quit shoving.
Oh, I'm too goodness, Lum. It's Squire.
Here, Squire. Squire. Are you hurt? Squire. I agree. He's unconscious. Is the doctor in the house?
No, not me here, Lum.
Oh, Lum called up Miller. Tell him to get over here as quick as he can. Here, somebody help me get him some artificial aspiration. How did it happen?
Here, I'll help you, Lum. I'll help you.
Good for you, Dave.
Yeah, I saw him, Lum. He fell coming down the house. Must have hit his head against one of these seats.
Squire. Squire. Oh, my goodness.
And something like this would have to happen, just as Squire had apparently reformed. This is Carlton Brickert, speaking for Lum and Abner and Horlicks, who now bid you all good night and good health.
To take you down to Pine Ridge for another visit with Lum and Abner. Brought to you by the makers of Horlicks, the original malted milk. Medical and dental authorities tell us that bad teeth are often a source of many diseases and infections common to the human body. So it's essential that you care well for your youngsters' teeth from the very start. First, take them to the dentist regularly and follow his advice. Second, include in their diet plenty of the minerals and vitamins essential for proper tooth and bone development. Such vitamins and minerals are found in Horlicks malted milk. You have your own dentist. The Horlicks malted milk you can get at your druggist in either natural or chocolate flavor. Ask the children which they'd prefer. And now, let's see what's happening down in Pine Ridge. Last night, Squire Skimp attended Lum and Abner's picture show, the Pine Ridge Planetarium, for the first time, and while walking down one of the aisles, stumbled and hit his head against one of the seats, knocking himself unconscious. The old fellows are very much concerned over Squire's misfortune, and as we look in on the Jot 'em Down store today, we find Lum and Abner discussing the accident. Listen.
Well, I wouldn't worry so much about it, Lum.
Well, I just hate for anything like that to happen there in our show, Abner. Especially after Squire was nice enough to come over there and tell us he never had no hard feelings at us over us closing up his picture show.
You think this is going to make him mad at us again now, huh?
No, but I just hate it because it had to be him, of all people, to get hurt over there.
Yeah.
We've caused him enough trouble without something like that to happen, closing him up and all.
Sure. Well, I still can't see how come to fall.
Well, he said it was so dark in there he couldn't half see. No, coming in out of the daylight that way, I think he must have tripped himself on one of them seats.
Yeah, well, now he might have. I don't know. It's awful dark in there, I'll say that.
Oh, yeah.
I know Saturday night the Widder Abernathy sat right smack dab in Grandpa Meeks' lap there. And it's just a wonder Grandpa never got hurt right then, too.
Yeah, I wish there was some way we could have some lights in there, but trouble is you can't do it for it'll spoil the picture.
Yeah. Well, of course, it's all right if you sit in there a while. You get to where you can see all right. It's just sort of when you first come in there, it bothers you.
Yeah, picture shows ought to have 2 rooms, you know.
2 rooms.
Yeah, one of them where you can sit down and sort of get used to the dark before you go in to watch the picture.
Oh.
And put a stop to all that stumbling around.
Well, if it was dark in the first room, why, they'd stumble in there, too. I don't know.
Just let it go. I ain't going to put in none, no way.
Yeah. Of course, might have another room for them to sit down in before they go in. No, that wouldn't help.
Why, of course not. I'll get so many rooms that way, but he'd have to start going to the show about a day ahead of time so he could set in all the different rooms before he got the room where the picture's at.
Well, wait a minute, Lum. We're crazy. Why, them first rooms don't have to be dark. We can have the lights on in there. Won't need but one room that way.
Have the lights on?
Why, sure. It don't have to be dark only in the room where we're showing the moving pictures.
Well, what good would it do to sit in a room with the lights on first?
Why, to get their eyes used to the dark so when they go, no.
For goodness sake. It's too late now anyway, Abner. Squire's done hurt. Ain't no use to lock the barn door after the horse is stole. Nothing. I'm sorry I said it. I ought to have better sense.
Whose horse is stolen?
Nobody's. I just said that.
Well, now, Lum, if somebody's horse has been stolen around here, I ought to know about it. I'm the constable, and it's up to me to
goodness
get
sake, there ain't been no horse stole, Abner. I just said there ain't no use to lock the barn door after the horse is stole.
Well, how could they lock the door after he's stole if he ain't been stole? You're just trying to protect somebody. I know, Lum. You just let that slip. That's just about what you done.
Abner, if somebody's horse was stole, I'd tell you about it. I just use that old
no, you don't now. Just because it's some friend of yours.
It ain't no friend of mine.
So what you trying to protect him for?
I ain't trying to protect nobody.
Well, who is it then?
Nobody.
Well, it's bound to be somebody. A horse can't steal itself.
There ain't been no horse stole, I told you.
You said there was a minute ago. Now you're trying to back out of it.
I ain't trying to back out. Just hush up about it. I've said all I'm going to.
Oh, refuse to answer questions, huh? Did you know, Lum, I could take you right down there and lock you up in jail?
Lock me? You ain't accusing me of stealing no horse, are you?
Well, you might not have sure enough stolen, but you're just as guilty as the feller that did. Harboring a criminal, that's what you're doing. Interference with the law. That makes you a party to the crime.
Oh, for goodness sake, Abner, you drive a feller some tractors. I'll swing you.
I'm giving you the 3rd degree. That's what's making you feel that way. I'm breaking you down.
I'm going to break you down, directly, and it ain't going to be by asking a bunch of questions, neither.
Where was you at on an, who was it? What, was it some of your relations?
No.
Vegetable was it Evelina's brother?
No, Abner, no, it weren't nobody.
Tell me when I'm getting warm.
I'm not going to tell you nothing. Far as I know, there ain't been no horse stole in the first place, and if there was, I don't know who done it.
Yeah, it's just the trouble around here, too. They're always criticizing the constable for not looking after the duties of his office, and then when something happens, why, everybody's afraid to tell him anything about it. They won't try to help him.
I believe you get worse every day of the world. All fun I do.
But it's your own fault, Lum. You won't tell me nothing. How you expect me to catch him if you won't answer my question?
I don't want you to catch nobody.
Yeah. That's just what I figured. Yeah, I'm more likely somebody that could just
you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Sitting over here arguing about something that don't amount to a hill of beans, and there's Squire laying over at his place, just hovering, quick life and death, you might say, over falling down in our picture show. You ought to be ashamed.
All right, Lum. I won't say no more about it. But I just warn you, if whoever it was stole that horse is a private friend of yours, and you don't want to see him get in no trouble, if you'll see him and tell him to take the horse back to whoever it belonged to, why, I won't say another word about it. Just to help you.
All right, Abner. Thank you.
Yeah, all right.
I'll see that the horse is took back. Now, that settles it, don't it?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't feel just right about it, though. I feel sort of guilty myself getting mixed up in it this way. special after all I said about crime not paying.
Well, you just forget about it now. Don't say another word about it.
There's just one little thing that's sort of worrying me about it.
Ain't no use to worry about it now. I told you I'd handle it.
Yeah, but it's going to be harder to get that horse back in there than you think, so long.
I don't think we'll have no trouble. Just leave it to me.
Well, I just hope that you ain't forgot nothing.
Forgot nothing?
Yeah. Didn't you say a while ago that the door was locked after the horse was stole? I was just thinking you might have trouble getting it back in there if that door's locked.
No, if it's locked, I'll get a key somewhere. Now, please, Abner, please don't say another word about it.
Oh, I won't tell a soul.
Well, I'm glad that's over. I'll know better than to start something like that again.
Yeah, it ought to be a lesson to you, Lum. It sure had, getting yourself in such scrapes as that.
If you ever hear me using another one of them old lettered sayings again in front of you, I want you to whop me one.
I believe that was our ring.
Yeah, just sit down. I'll get it.
Yeah, that's right. It might be that feller. You better talk to him.
What fella?
You know, the horse thief.
Oh, hello? This is Lum Abner talking. Oh, well, hello, Doc. Here.
Doc who, Lum?
Doc Miller, shut up.
Doc, well, I'll be dead.
Uh-huh, yeah.
He'd have been the last fella in town I'd ever suspicion.
Well, I declare. Well, that's too bad.
I bet you done catch him.
Well, I sure hate to hear that, Doc.
He's got an automobile. I don't know what he'd want to steal.
Still unconscious part of the time, huh?
Doc Miller, of all people. Him and his fancy pills. And subscriptions.
Well, you reckon we ought to take him into the hospital and have him raid? No, raid. One of them Kodaks that takes pictures plumb through you. Huh? Yeah, X-ray. What's the reasons he don't? Well, if he don't want to go, of course, he can't force him.
And I wouldn't let a horse tell me what he'd do and what he wouldn't.
Well, let us know, Doc, if there's any new development. You don't think there's no bones broke, huh? Well, me and Abner will go over there to see him in a few minutes and sort of cheer him up.
How do you go about cheering a horse?
Oh, you don't?
I ain't going.
Well, let us know when it's all right for him to have visitors in.
Perfect.
All right, Doc. All right, much obliged for calling. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thing is, Doc says Squire must be in pretty bad shape.
Squire?
Yeah, says he's examined him good and can't find nothing wrong with him. He don't think there's no bones broke, but Squire lays there and moans and takes on something wonderful, he says.
Well, I do know. Well,
he ought to be took in there at the hospital and at the county seat and let them examine him, but Doc says he just comes right out flat-footed and refuses to be moved.
Yeah. Well, sir, it don't look like he could have hurt himself that bad, does it? Just falling there in the aisle that way.
Yeah, it's more than likely a concussion of the brains or something like that. Must have sort of knocked his head against something when he fell.
Yeah, more than likely.
I feel bad about it, too, you know. Maybe we ought to write Squire a little note of some kind and tell him how sorrowful we are.
Yeah.
Doc Miller says he'd rather he wouldn't have no company for a few days.
Yeah, well, sure, we could just write him a note and tell him that we're sorry it happened, all that, you know.
That'll let him know we're concerned about him.
Sure.
Thinking of him.
Yeah.
Hand me that pencil there. I just dropped him a few lines right now. Get Cedric to take it over to him quick as he gets back. No, I expect we better use a pen and ink, Abner. Come think about it, a letter like this.
I hear.
Yeah. Dear Squire.
Dear Squire?
Hello, Squire.
Nothing.
He ain't out there. Trying to figure out how to start this thing.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say dear that way, Lum. That sounds like a love letter or something like that. I wouldn't call him dear Squire.
We are awful sorry you got hurt when you fell down in our picture show last night.
I wouldn't say fell down in our picture, so I'd say on it, you know. That sounds like falling down the well or something.
Be quiet, Abner.
What's that you wrote there just now?
We feel bad about it because we know it's our fault for not having more light in there so you could see where you was going.
Yeah, it's our fault, all right.
Anything we can do for you, be sure and let us know. For we feel responsible for the whole business.
Yeah.
Yours truly. Now we both better sign this, Abner.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Well, we imagine the Squire will be very glad to receive this little note from Lum and Abner, don't you? This is Carlton Prickert, speaking for Lum and Abner and Horlick, who now bid you all good night and good health. Everybody, here we are all ready to take you down to Pine Ridge for another visit with Lum and Abner, brought to you by the makers of Horlicks, the original malted milk. Besides insisting on Horlicks at the drug counter, many people are now asking for Horlicks at the soda fountain. They prefer the special Horlick flavor and famous Horlick quality. That's why so many of the better and smarter druggists today have decided to serve Horlicks as a regular feature. They have found that Horlicks makes for more satisfied customers. Look for the Horlick name at the next fountain at which you stop. If you don't see it, tell the clerk to get it for you next time. It will cost you no more, and the fountain owner will pay only a small fraction of a cent more for each drink to serve the best Horlicks, the original malted milk. And now, let's see what's happening down in Pine Ridge. Well, it appears that the accident Squire Skimp suffered at the Pine Ridge Planetarium Monday night was more serious than first thought. Even though Dr. Miller's examination failed to reveal anything gravely wrong, Squire is still confined to his bed and reported to be suffering great pain. Lum and Abner are very much concerned over the accident. And as we look in on Pine Ridge today, we find Lum and Grandpappy Spears down at the Jot 'em Down store discussing it. Listen.
Oh, yeah, it's too bad it had to happen. Special to Squire.
And I still don't see how he could got that bad hurt just falling there in the aisle that way.
Well, I was talking to Doc Miller this morning about that. He says in all his years of practice, that's one of the strangest cases he's ever handled.
Well,
says he examined Squire and looked him over good, and he can't find a thing in the world wrong with him. But Squire says he's hurt his spinal column or something like that. Doc says there ain't no way hardly to tell about such as that for sure. Ain't no telling just how much Squire has suffered with that. He told Doc he wouldn't go through all that suffering and misery again for $1,000. Me and Abner both just hate it the worst way.
Why, of course you do, of course. I reckon some of us ought to go over there and check with him, sort of cheer him up all we can. I ain't got no use for him, but at a time like this, a body oughtn't to hold no grudges.
Well, Doc said yesterday it'd be a heap better if he never had no company or visitors till he gets to feeling a little better. Me and Abner sent a letter over to him yesterday to sort of cheer him up.
And that was right thoughty of you, Lum.
Yeah, we told him we were sorrowful the accident happened in our picture show, and we knowed it was our fault for not having better lights over there to where everybody could see where he was going.
Yeah, it is awful dark in there. I noticed that myself.
Well, you've got to have it dark in a picture show. We told him not to hesitate about calling on us if there's anything we could do to help him. We felt responsible for the whole thing.
And I know he appreciated that.
Oh, he did, yeah. Yeah, Cedric taking the note over for us, and he said he never seen a feller peerting up like he did when he read it. Said he sat right straight up in bed all while he was reading it.
Yeah.
And again he got done reading it, he folded it up right careful and put it under his pillow. Said that was something he wanted to keep. Ain't that the nicest thing you ever heard of? And here it ain't been a week ago he was so mad at us for closing up the picture show of his that he threatened to get revenge on us. Said he'd get even with us if it was the last thing he ever done. Well, a feller says things that way when he's mad that he don't half mean. Oh, yeah. Tell you the truth, I believe Squire sort of had a change of heart anyway here late. Sort of reformed himself. Maybe he thinks he ain't going to get well. Maybe that's the reason he's been tonight. Well, it might be, of course. I know a body will get to thinking over his wrongdoings and shortcomings again he gets down and chatters that way. Oh, yes. I know here a while back when I was down with the fevers there, sort of on a funeral list, you might say. I thought I was a goner, sure. Everybody'd come over to see me when they went to leave. I could tell by the way they shaking my hands. They thought I'd never pull through. Well, you was awful low there for a while, Grandpap. Yeah, must have been, for I recollect Ezra Seastrunk come over to see me and sat there and looked me up and down and asked me how tall I was. I know that then he's just trying to find out what size casket to make for me. Well, some said Ezra done had it made for you. Why, he did, yeah. His young'uns has got it down there on the mill pond now, using it for a boat. Well, I was uneasy about you myself, Granddad. I done give you up. Oh, I done give myself up first, that goes. Preacher come over there to see me the day I was so low, and I don't know how come he but to do it, but I promised him a big donate if I got well. Then Dad blamed if I didn't do it. And he like to hounded me to death for it. Finally, I had to just tell him I must have been delirious when I said it, sort of talking out of my head. Never knowed what I was saying. Well, you ordinarily did that, Grandpap. I know it. I don't know how come it ever makes such a promise. Well, what I mean... Oh, wait a minute. There's Cedric now. Huh? Oh. Swan, that boy. Left over 2 hours ago to take a spool of thread over to Sister Simpson's, and is just now getting back. Man, it oughtn't to take him that long to go just over there and back. Why, no. Oughtn't to take him over 5 minutes. I don't know where he spends his time. He's got to worry him or Abner ain't neither one here in the afternoons, and I've got to stay here by myself and run the store. Working my fingers to the bone trying to make a living for us. Of course, it's sort of quiet this afternoon, but yesterday I had a big wreck. There was 2 customers in here at once. Me trying to wait on everybody but myself. Howdy, Cedric.
That's the funniest picture I ever seen in my life.
Are you laughing at me and Grandpap sitting here?
Oh, no, Mom. I mean the picture we've got over to the show for tonight. I just got through looking at it.
You mean you went over there and run that moving picture just for yourself and burn up all that electricity?
Well, Mr. Abner told me to. He was over there.
I see. So that's where you've been all this time. Whereabouts is Abner?
Well, he was coming. Yeah, yonder he comes. He stopped to talk to Mose Moots a minute.
There's an order sitting over there on the counter, Cedric. Was called in here about an hour ago. You better get it and take it on over there.
Yes, Mom.
And don't be gone all day, neither.
No, I'll be right back.
One, two, goodness. If that boy ain't a caution. Over there running that picture just for him and Abner. Granny's tomorrow afternoon. I'm going over there with them. Yeah, glad to find out about that myself. Wait a minute. Did I tell Cedric where to take that order of groceries to? I don't believe you did, Lum. No, sir, I sure never. Now, where does he think he's going? Running out of here, and he don't even know where he's running to. Yeah, you must have scared him, jumping on him about running that picture show.
Oh, howdy, man. Howdy.
Howdy, Abner. Where have you been all afternoon?
Well, I've been,
You heard what I said.
Yeah, I must have.
Well, where you been?
Well, wait a minute first. Has Cedric been telling you a bunch of stuff that ain't so?
Hey, Mr. Mom. Now, who is that order supposed to go to again?
Why, Mrs. Phillips, Luther Phillips' woman.
Oh, yeah, I recollect now. I thought that's who you said.
Oh, Fawn, that Cedric can't recollect nothing.
Now, Abner, don't you and Cedric be going over and running them pictures in the afternoon that way. I know about it. You're burning up a lot of electricity for nothing. Can't you wait till night to see it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we ain't gonna run it no more today.
Yeah, no good and well you ain't.
Oh, me. Well, sir, I've just left till my side is hurting. Now you ought to see that picture. It's about a fella that...
Well, don't be telling me about it. I'll see it tonight.
Well, it's a good one, I'll tell you that.
You'll tell people that's have to come to the show. Don't be coming over here and telling me. I'll be there anyway.
Yeah, that's right, ain't it?
Abner, did you hear anything from Squire Skimp?
Hear anything from him?
Yeah, did you hear how he's getting along today?
Oh, no, I ain't, Grandpap. He was awful sick yesterday, though, I know that. We heard from Doc Miller yesterday. He said he was just awful sick man.
Yeah, I heard he was unconscientious there.
That's what Doc said he knowed things that part of the time, and then part of the time he never knowed nothing.
Sort of out of his head, I reckon.
Yeah, poor Squire. I feel awful sorrowful for him, too. Yeah, fine fella, Squire.
Yeah, I wish there was something we could do for him. I feel bad about that.
Well, we wrote him that note yesterday, tell him how sorrowful we felt about it. Cedric said that pierced him up more than anything.
Yeah, Lum was telling me about that, Abner. That's mighty nice of him.
I'm glad we wrote it now. Sure am.
Well, we ought to get in touch with him. So why don't you call up over there, Abner, and see if he's feeling like having visitors? If he is, soon as Cedric gets back, why, we can all go over there and sort of cheer him up a little.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, go ahead and call him, Abner.
Let's see. His ring is,
2 shorts and long.
Yeah, that's right. 2 shorts and long.
If Miss Skimp acts like she'd rather he didn't have no company today, Abner, tell her we'll be over tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. Hello? This Skimp's place?
Yeah, I know it is. That's their ring.
Miss Skimp, this is Abner Peabody talking. Yes, Mom. Why, I'm tolerably well. How are you? Hi, Squire. Oh, he is? Well, good.
Good what?
He says he's feeling a lot better today.
Oh, well, tell her we'll be over to see him then.
Well, Miss Skimp, me and Lum and Grandpap will be over directly to see him and sort of cheer him up, visit with him a while.
Yeah.
Huh? Mom? Oh, he ain't?
Ain't what?
Well, whereabouts is he at?
Huh? He must not be there. Told me that.
Well, I do know. Well, he must be feeling better then.
Huh?
Said he went into the county seat today on business, Mom.
Well, I reckon he went in to see the doctor there to have himself x-rated then. Doc Miller says that's the only way in the world he'll ever tell how bad he's hurt.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Did he go in there to see a doctor, Miss Skimp, to have himself examined?
Of course he did.
Oh. Well, I'm glad he's able to be up and around again. Mighty proud to hear it.
He's getting better, that's why.
Yes, Mom. All right, Miss Skimp. Thank you, Mom. Goodbye.
Is he having himself examined?
I don't know, Mom. She said he went in town there to see a lawyer.
A lawyer?
Yeah.
Oh, for goodness sake. Lawyer can't tell him nothing about how bad he's hurt or nothing.
Oh, well, I think he just went in to see a lawyer on business, though.
On business?
Yeah.
I don't know. Reckon what kind of trouble he's got himself into now. Must be terribly important for him to get up out of a sick bed to go see a lawyer.
Yes, and it's our guess that the old fellows will soon find out what this urgent business is. This is Carlton Butcher, speaking for Lum and Abner and Horley, who now bid you all good night and good health. everybody. Here we are, all ready to take you down to Pine Ridge for another visit with Lum and Abner. Brought to you by the makers of Horlicks, the original malted milk. Let's stop for a minute and take stock of ourselves. How do you feel this evening? Full of energy or tired and drowsy? If you're feeling all in, don't blame it all on your work. Think back. How well did you sleep last night? Not so good? Well, that might be your trouble right there. You're not getting the sleep you need. I suggest you'd better follow this plan. Drink a glass full of Horlicks tonight, just before going to bed. Don't eat a thing. The Horlicks will satisfy you. In addition, it will relax and refresh you, help you to get to sleep easily and naturally. You'll sleep more soundly, too. Horlicks digests quickly and thoroughly and doesn't interfere with your rest as heavy food often does. Give this plan a trial and see if you don't feel better tomorrow. You can get a package of Horlicks, from your druggist in either natural or chocolate flavor. Now, let's see what's happening down in Pine Ridge. For the past few days, Lum and Abner have been very much concerned over the accident Squire Skimp had while attending their picture show, the Pine Ridge Planetarium. However, they learned yesterday that Squire recovered sufficiently to make a business trip into the county seat. So evidently his injuries are not as serious as was first thought. As we look in on our old friends today, we find a very heated game of checkers in progress at the Jot 'em Down store. Listen.
All right, let's see now. I believe I'll move right there. No, wait a minute now. I never take my finger off of it. I never done it. Doggy, I like to grunt myself in. I had to give you 3 men there if I'd have moved. Yes, sir, you'd be sure got a king out of there. And let's see here now. If I move right there, and you'd have to... No, you don't. No, you don't. I've just seen that in time, too. That's right. Yeah. You just might not have got me blocked here. Let's see. Ought to be somewhere here. Why, yeah, sure. What's the matter with me? Had to jump all the time and never even seen it.
What do you think you're doing?
Huh?
What are you doing sitting here talking to yourself about? I'll sit there and watch you for 3 minutes.
I just playing you a game of checkers, Mom. You weren't here, so I was playing for both of us.
Now, just put that checkerboard up. I told you I didn't want you playing checkers by yourself that way. Somebody come in here and hear you talking to yourself that way, they'll think you've lost your reason.
Well, there wasn't nobody here to play with.
Well, why don't you straighten up the store? Look at that counter over there. All that ginghams and percals still scattered out there where you're showing Sister Simpson them dress patterns right early this morning. Why don't you roll them bolts up and put them back in the shelves?
Yeah, and then have to drag them all down again.
Drag them down again?
Yeah, she's taken a bunch of samples and said she'd make up her mind which piece she wanted and come back the first of next week. I just made up my mind I'd learn her lesson. Just leave the whole work laying right where it's at.
You're going to learn her lesson by leaving all the bull goods we got in the store there on the counter for a week, huh?
Yes, sir. Just learn her not to make a fella pull down every bowl of goods in the house. I'm just like Levi Whitten. When folks does something that you don't like, I learn them a lesson.
Levi Whitten. I don't know which one's yours, him or you. Or both of you.
Now, Levi's got a whole lot more sense than lots of folks give him credit for having.
Well, maybe ain't much alike, then.
I know one thing. He sure got even with that bus line that runs through here for running over one of his holes. Taking him 6 months to study out a way to do it, but he sure got even with him.
Yeah, I thought Levi was over in Oklahoma visiting.
He is. That's the way he's getting even with him. When he left here, he bought a round-trip ticket on that bus line, and he ain't coming back on the bus.
Ain't coming back on the bus?
No, sir. He's going to walk every step of the way back just for spite.
Yeah, Levi's always getting even with somebody to hear his tell of it.
Well, he does, too. I don't know how he studied up them things.
Well, now, don't you start patterning yourself after Levi. One of him in a town this size is enough. Too many, factories.
Well, just wish I knowed as much about government and how it ought to be run as he does. There's a fella that's made a study of government problems.
Well, you better find out how the store ought to be run, what you better be learning. Come on, let's get this stuff put back in the shed.
Yeah, well, wait a minute. Here comes Cedric now, Lum. We can just get him to do it.
Oh, yeah. Where's he been?
Oh, he's taking a little batch of groceries over there to see Stunksy.
Are there any more orders to deliver now?
No, that's everything, I reckon.
I seen Mr. Squire out walking just now.
Well, whereabouts was he at, Cedric?
He was down there by Mose Moochie's barbershop just a while ago.
Well,
Yeah, I seen him a few minutes ago myself.
I never knowed he was up and around.
Yeah, he went to the county seat yesterday. You know that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I did,
Cedric, straighten up all that bolt goods that's laying on the counter there and put it back up in the shelf nice.
Yeah.
Shucks. I was hoping there weren't nothing for me to do so as I could lay down back there in the feed room and sleep for a little while.
Sleep?
Why don't you do your sleeping at night?
Well, I generally always do, but last night I didn't. It's got to where every night when I go home from the picture show, I've got to pound on the door there for an hour before my folks gets up to let me in. So last night I just made up my mind I was just going to knock just one time. And they didn't come to the door to let me in, so I just stood there on the porch all night long.
Well, what in the world did you do that for, Cedric?
Well, I was getting tired of them making me wait every night, so I decided just to let them wait once and see how they liked it.
Well, I don't blame you neither, Cedric. And tired out from a day's work, why, he's got to get some sleep.
Hey, you got even with your folks about like Levi Whitten there, Cedric.
Yes, Mom, I reckon so.
Well, now, get that bolt good straightened up right now, Cedric, and you'll have plenty of time to get some sleep before the show starts tonight.
Yeah, we don't want you going to sleep running them pictures.
No, Mom, I won't.
I just can't wait to see that picture we got for tonight.
Yeah, that ought to be a good one, all right. Ought to have a big crowd.
Oh, yeah. Well, the place has been packed every night since Squire's place has been closed.
Yeah. We sort of got things to ourselves now.
Did you talk to Squire a while ago when you seen him, Lum?
No, I started to, but he acted awful strange.
Strange?
Yeah. You know, Abner, I don't like to talk to you, but I wouldn't be surprised if that lick he got on his head never affected his memories.
Well,
I walked right up to him to speak to him, and he just turned and walked off like he never even saw me.
well, I do know. Well, of course, now, Lum, it might be he's just worried over that trouble he got himself into.
What trouble?
Well, I don't know what it is, but, you know, he went into the county seat yesterday afternoon to see a lawyer, so it must be something serious.
That's right, I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
That's just about what the trouble is.
Yeah.
It's bound to be something terribly important for him to get up out of a sick bed to go see a lawyer about.
Yeah, I feel awful sorrowful for him. Especially on him not plumb over that accident that he had in our picture show the other night.
Yeah.
Just looks like, more trouble the feller had, why, the more he gets.
Yeah, them as has gets.
Yeah.
That's old lettered saying.
Yes.
I wish there's some way we could help him.
Yeah.
If he's got to hire a lawyer, I might could save him that expense myself. Just handle a case for him myself. Not charge him nothing for it.
Well, now, that'd be a nice thing to do, Lum. That'd show him how sorrowful we are about him hurting himself in our picture show the other night.
Yes, sir. I'm minded to call him up right now and see if there's any way we can help him in this court trial or whatever it is.
Yeah, why don't you do that, Lum? Sure.
Let's see. His ring is a long and too short, ain't it?
Yeah, that's it. Long and too short.
This will show him that we want to be friends with him.
Uh-huh.
You know, I believe Squire's reformed himself now. Wait a minute. Hello? Squire? This is Lum Abner talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why, Squire, me and Abner heard you was into the county seat yesterday to see a lawyer, so we figured you must be aiming on having some sort of a case in court, and I just want to tell you that I'd be glad to donate my service, give you all the legal advice I can, and not charge you a cent for it.
No, please.
Huh? Well, I didn't mean to be butting into your business, but I just picked it. Well, all right. I'm sorry for you feel that way about it. Hello? Hello? Yeah.
What's the matter, Lum? What did he say?
Why, he acted like you sort of made him mad. Said for us to tend to our own business. Said when he needed any legal advice from me, why, he'd call on me first.
Well, I do know. Reckon he will?
I don't know. I don't much think so. The way he slammed up the receiver there in my ear.
No. Well, I don't know, though, Lum.
Well, howdy, Dick.
Huh?
I never seen you coming in there.
Hello, Dick.
Come on in. Come in.
Yeah, I got a registered letter for you fellas, and I thought I'd better bring it over. It might be something important.
You got, what kind of a letter, Dick?
A registered letter, Lum. You'll have to sign for it to show that you received it. I brought the book along. You can sign it right there.
Oh, yeah, sure. I've saw them things before.
Well, now, I reckon who that could be from.
There's more likely from Evelina. I ain't heard from her since she went home.
Yeah, that's more like who it's from.
Well, no, it's postmarked Mena, addressed to you and Abner both.
Well, I reckon what she's writing both of us for.
Well, it must not be from her, Abner, if it's from Mena.
Oh.
It's wrote with a typewriter anyway, see there?
Well, open it up. Don't stand there and look at it all day.
Just looking at all them stamps on there. Hey, Granny, that must have cost something to send that thing.
Yeah, it must be some valuable papers of some kind, Lum.
Valuable paper?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, good. I reckon who could be sending us some valuables that way? Says up here, return to box 276 in 5 days.
Well, let's see. Today's Thursday. We'll have to have that back in there by next Tuesday, won't we? I wish they hadn't sent it if we can't keep it.
Well, I do know. Clark, and Clark. Attorneys at law.
Oh, yeah, that's at the law firm in there at the county seat.
Well, wanting some legal advice from me, I reckon.
Maybe so.
Lum, Eddard, and Abner Peabody, owners and operators of the Pine Ridge Planetarium. Pine Ridge. Gentlemen.
Well, that's nice of them to say that.
Acting on the instructions of our client, M.K. Skimp, of your city, we are entering suit in Chancery Court against your partnership in the sum of $1,000 for injuries and anguish our client has suffered as a result of an accident sustained in your theater, the Pine Ridge Planetarium.
Well, this more than explains Squire's urgent trip to the county seat yesterday. This is Carlton Bickett, speaking for Lum and Abner and Horlick, who now bid you all good night and good health. Here we are, all ready to take you down to Pine Ridge for another visit with Lum and Abner. Brought to you by the makers of Horlicks, the original malted milk. And, of course, the makers of Horlicks tablets, too. Don't forget that. Horlicks tablets are especially handy in summer. Let me give you one example. Here's a wire from a friend on a motoring trip out west who promised to drop me a line. Reached 2,000 miles today, still going strong. Tablets swell. Quite a trip by the sound of it. But you don't have to travel 2,000 miles to enjoy Horlicks tablets. They're just as useful on weekend rides. They help keep you refreshed, keep your appetite satisfied if you can't get your meals when you want them. Or if it's golf you prefer, or hikes in the woods, you will still find a flask of Horlicks tablets great to have along. Get a 10-cent handy pocket flask from your druggist. He has them also in larger sizes if you wish, in either natural or chocolate flavor. And now, let's see what's happening down in Pine Ridge. It's beginning to look as though that little fall Squire Skimp had a few days ago may turn into a serious bump for Lum and Abner.
The old fellow's received notice from his attorneys yesterday that he was bringing suit for personal injury against the Pine Ridge Planetarium for $1,000 in damages. As we look in on Pine Ridge today, we find Lum and Abner over at the Jot 'em Down store in a serious discussion with Dick Huddleston. Listen.
Sir, I still don't see how he could expect to collect no damages from us. We never pushed him down or nothing. Ain't our fault if he's so awkward he can't walk down the aisle over there without falling down.
Well, he received those injuries near the theater, though, Lum. That makes you and Abner liable.
Makes us what, Dick?
We're liable. You know nothing about law matters, Cole. And what, Dick?
Well, it just looks to me like he's got a pretty good case against you if he takes it to court.
Well, he's going to take it to court all right. Ain't no doubt about that. That letter we got from them lawyers yesterday said they was bringing suit again.
Well, what I mean, though, Lum, if I was you, I'd get hold of Squire and have a talk with him. See if he can't effect a settlement out of court.
You mean just pay him something and not take it to court, huh?
Well, I don't like to advise you on those things, but that's what I'd do. I believe you'd save money by it, because if it goes to court, why, you've got the expense of a trial, and you're more likely to lose it anyway.
Well, I don't believe he's half as bad hurt as he's letting on like he is in the first place.
No.
Doc Miller says he's examined him all over, and he can't find a thing wrong with him. Squire claims his spinal columns are hurt.
Yeah, and that's the trouble, too. I was talking with Doc Miller about that this morning. He says that there's no way to tell about an injury in the back getaway. Squire more than likely knew that when he claims that's where he was hurt.
You mean Squire knowed he's going to get hurt in his back before he fell down?
Well, yes, Abner, I wouldn't be surprised. Just looked to me like that he had this whole thing figured out before he came to the show that night. Didn't you tell me yesterday, Lum, that you tried to pass him in free that night and he insisted on paying?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I told him we never wanted to charge him nothing. Told him he's welcome to come over there any time he wanted to and see the show free. But he laid a quarter down, wouldn't take it back at all, so he paid.
Well, you see, he wanted to be sure and pay his way so he could be classed as a paid customer.
Yeah.
He's got a better case against you that way.
Well, I'll be dad blamed. I'm beginning to see through the whole thing now, I believe.
Well, I can't see why he'd want to run them chances. Come over there and hit his head against one of them seats and knock himself unconsciousness just to try to collect $1,000.
Well, that's just it, Abner. He might not even hit his head. Might not have been hurt at all. Just letting on like he was.
Well, he couldn't have been as bad hurt as he let on, or he couldn't have got up out of bed Wednesday to go into the county seat to see those lawyers.
Yeah, that did look strange, didn't it?
Yeah, I thought about that. I thought about something that day. It might have been the day before, though. Nothing.
Well, why don't you call him up, Lum? Have a talk with him. See if you can get this thing settled. Might be able to settle with him for just a doctor bill or something like that.
Yeah.
And if you can, well, I believe you'd be money ahead.
The trouble is, I don't know hardly what to say to him.
Well, let me talk to him. I'll tell him what I think about it, and I won't beat around the bush about it neither.
No, we got to be careful now. Sure don't want to say nothing that's going to make him any madder than he is.
Yeah, that'd just make him that much harder to settle with.
I'll call him up and see if I can get him to come over here. Let's see. He's short and alone. We can try to reason with him.
Yeah, that'd be better if you can get him over here, Lum.
You stay over here and help us talk to him, Dave.
No, I'd rather not get mixed up in it, Abner. I'd be glad to help you fellas all they can, but you better do the talking to him yourself.
Hello?
Yeah.
Kempsey's place? Is the Squire there, Mrs. Kemp? I asked him to step to the phone, please, Mom. All right, I'll hold it.
So that's why he's been acting so nice here lately. Just a snake in wolf's clothes, that's who he is. Him and his fancy watch fob.
Hello, Squire. Why, this here's Lum and Abner. Me and Abner got a letter from them lawyers there in the county seat yesterday, that Clark and Clark outfit.
Sound like old second man, Clark.
Yeah.
That's what Cedric is. He's a Clark here in the store.
Well, if you want our honest opinions, we never liked it. And that's what I'm calling you up about. They said you were suing us for $1,000 for getting hurt over at the picture show. Well, we'd like to talk it over with you. I wonder if you wouldn't like to drop over here for a few minutes. Well, good. Well, we'll be looking for you. All right, Squire. He'd be right over.
Well, that's fine. Now, when he gets over here, why, tell him that you want to do the right thing about it, and I'd offer to pay him for any loss of time, take care of the doctor bills, and such as that.
Yeah, that won't amount to much. See, he weren't in bed more than a couple of days.
Well, I don't think Doc Miller ought to charge nothing at all if he never found a thing wrong with him.
Well, that ain't Doc's fault.
Yeah, I know, but if it had been old Doc Rollins over at Cherry Hill, well, he'd have found something wrong with him.
Why, Doc Rollins is a veteran, a horse doctor.
I know it. I seen him examine a horse once, and he couldn't find out what was wrong with it, and he give it some medicine to make it half colic.
He couldn't find out what was wrong with the horse, so he gave him some medicine to make him have the colic.
Yeah, see, he knowed how to cure the colic.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Well, that sounds about old Doc Rollins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish Doc Miller had to give Squire something like that.
Yeah, I do, too.
Well, I expect I better be going, fellas. Squire to be here directly.
Well, Jake, don't rush off now.
No, I've got to go, Lum.
Well, we sure thank you for your advice. I don't know what we would do if we never had you to lean again in time of trouble.
Oh, well, that's all right, Lum. I'm afraid I'm not much help on this. Well, let me know how you come out with him, though.
Oh, yeah, I'll run over to your store there quick as we get through talking with him.
Well, good luck to you.
Yeah, much obliged.
Yeah, so long. I go get that Dick all right feller, you know.
Oh, yeah, he's fine.
Yeah.
Now, Abner, when Squire gets here, you better let me do the talking. You know how high-strung you are. Always rapping and losing your temper. You say something and then file everything.
Yeah, I do fly off in the handle terrible, don't I?
That's what I say.
Yeah, I might forget myself and scare him clean out of here. Just jump on him and beat the everlasting daylights out of him. That's my trouble. I don't know my own strength. I'd hurt him so bad we'd have to pay him $2,000 this time. Maybe $3, I don't know. I get to that.
Wait a minute. Here he comes.
Well, now, don't tell him what I said. Now, I might make him mad.
I won't.
Or, you know, if he got mad, he might not want to settle it out of court, don't you see?
Yeah, I see.
Besides, I was pretty mad, and a feller say things when he gets mad that way he don't half mean. I might not have meant none of it. So if I was you, I don't believe I'd say nothing to him about it.
I told you I wasn't going to say nothing about it. Fact is, I never even paid no attention to what you were saying.
Well, good. It wouldn't do no good, no.
Wait a minute. Here he is. Well, howdy, Squire.
Hello, Squire, old boy. Glad to see you.
Come on back and sit down.
Yes, thank you, man.
How you feeling?
Oh, I'm gradually getting my strength back on.
You're looking fine.
Yes, I guess I look a whole lot better than I feel. There's a narrow escape I had there. You'll never know how I suffered. Why, I wouldn't go through that again for $10,000.
Well,
I thought you were just asking $1,000.
shut up, Abner.
What was it you wanted, Lum? You know, I'm a busy man. My time's valuable.
Well, we got that letter from your lawyers yesterday saying you're suing us for $1,000, and I just thought we could all three sort of get together and talk it over and settle it out of court, maybe.
Yeah.
Me and Abner wants to do the right thing about it. We're just as sorry as we can be that it had to happen.
Well, being sorry, Lum, won't mend my shattered nerves, you know. I feel that I've offered a very generous settlement. If you men hadn't have been such old friends of mine, I'd never settled for such a paltry sum.
Well, Squire, $1,000 is a lot of money, especially to me and Abner. We want to do what's right, but we're getting along in years, getting old. It'd just be about all we could do to scrape up that much money. And if we did, it'd mean giving up our picture show or our store here once.
You don't want to take the case to court, huh?
Well, we figured we could save hiring a lawyer and all that if we could settle with you out of court. We're willing to pay your doctor bill and pay for what time you've lost if you figure it's worth anything.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do then. Us being such old friends, I don't want to hold you men up. I've instructed my attorneys to ask for $1,000 settlement. But if you men are sincere and want to settle this thing out of court, give me a third interest in your picture show over there and make me manager, and we'll just call the whole thing even.
No.
We told you once we didn't want you for a partner in that picture show.
Yeah.
Well, all right, then. We'll take it to court.
Well, we'll take it to court then. I don't believe you can collect no damages. It weren't our fault you fell down and hurt yourself no harm.
Well, I don't think I'll have any trouble proving that it was your fault.
Maybe you've forgotten about that little note that you sent me when I was still in bed over there.
Oh, no, I recollect writing you a little note telling you we're sorry.
Yeah, wait a minute. Let me read you this note and see if it'll refresh your memory.
Yeah.
Says, Dear Squire, we are awfully sorry you got hurt when you fell down in our picture show last night. We feel bad about it, because we know it's our fault for not having more lights in there so that you could see where you was going. Anything we can do for you, be sure and let us know, for we feel responsible for the whole business. And both of you signed it.
Well, I'll be dead glad.
Well, it looks like it was no idle threat when Squire swore he'd get even with Lum and Abner for closing up his theater. This is Carlton Brickert, speaking for Lum and Abner and Horlicks, who now bid you all good night and good health. Everybody, here we are all ready to take you down to Pine Ridge for another visit with Lum and Abner. Brought to you by the makers of Horlicks, the original malted milk. Planning any parties? Try serving cool, refreshing Horlicks malted milk. Here are 3 very special advantages of Horlicks. The flavor is delicious. It's easy to prepare, and it saves a lot of expense. Old and young like it because of its full, delicious flavor, unlike any other beverage. It's easy to prepare because all you have to do is mix the powder with either water or milk, whichever you prefer, and you're all set. It saves a lot of money, too, because you don't have to serve a big supper when you serve Horlicks. By itself, or with a few simple sandwiches, Horlicks makes a pleasing, satisfying meal. And by the way, you can make up a pitcher full of Horlicks beforehand if you like, and keep it in the refrigerator. Get a package from your druggist. He has it in both natural and chocolate flavors. And now, let's see what's happening down in Pine Ridge. Squire Skimp has threatened to bring suit against Lum and Abner for $1,000 for alleged injuries that he received when he fell in their theater last week. Friday, however, he made them a proposition to settle the matter out of court for a third interest in their picture show. The old fellows have promised to give him their decision on the matter today. And as we look in at the Jot 'em Down store now, we find them explaining the proposition to their friend Dick Huddleston. Listen.
And that was the only kind of a settlement that he was willing to make, huh?
Yeah, I told him we'd love to settle it out of court if we could, and he said if we'd give him a third interest in the picture show and make him the manager, why, he'd drop the charges.
Oh, well, that's ridiculous.
He's been trying to get a third interest in that picture show ever since we opened up over there.
Yeah, looks like he's got us to where we can't do nothing else but let him in now.
Well, a third interest in the show is worth more than $1,000, isn't it, Lum?
Well, it is the way business has been for the last week. Ever since Squire closed up, we've been making some good money out of it.
Well, I'd take it to court before I'd settle with him on those terms, then.
The trouble is, old Dick, if we take it to court and he wins the judgment again, where are we going to get the $1,000 to pay him off with?
Yeah, that's what I'd like to know, too. We ain't got no $1,000.
Yeah, but you don't know that he's going to win the case. Just because he's suing you, that don't mean that he's going to collect it.
Looks like he's got a pretty good case against us, so.
Yeah, that note we sent him is about all he'll need to win the case.
What's that, Abner?
Nothing. Abner, can't you keep nothing to yourself?
Well, I never seen no reason not to tell Dick about it. He's trying to help us.
Oh, that's all right.
Well, I ain't trying to keep nothing from you, Dick. I just sort of hate to tell you about it, 'cause I don't know, it looks so silly, two grown men like us not to have no more sense than to do what we done.
What's that, Lum?
Well, the other day, next day after Squire fell over there in the show, me and Abner wanted to go over to his house and sort of cheer him up a little, but Doc Miller said he'd rather he never had no visitors, so we decided just to write him a note and let him know how sorrowful we was that it happened.
Well, I think that's a very nice thing for you to do.
Well, I don't. That note's going to cause us a lot of trouble.
Yeah, you see, the trouble is, Dick, we told him in the note that we knowed it was our fault that he fell, and if
Told him what?
told him we felt responsible for that accident because we never had enough light in there for him to see where he's going.
Oh, for goodness sake. What in the world did you ever tell him anything like that for?
Yeah, I don't know. Couldn't think of nothing else to say, I reckon.
Well, I see now why he was so afraid to take the case to court.
Well, I sure. He's got the note, and he says he aims to use it, too. If they ever read that evidence in court, we won't have a leg to stand on.
Huh?
Nothing, Abner, nothing.
Well, there's a mistake writing a letter like that, Lum. Did you sign it?
Yeah, me and Abner both did.
Leg to stand on? What in the world is he
See,
talking
we didn't mean we were showing enough to blame over the accident. We were just trying to show Squire that we felt bad about it.
Yeah.
Just said it was our fault because we never wanted him to think he was too awkward to walk down the aisle over at the picture show without falling down.
Well, sir, I'm thoroughly convinced now, fellas, that Squire had the whole thing planned before he came over to the show that night. You know, I was right there when he fell. I never could see any scratches or bruises or anything else anywhere.
No. Well, Doc Miller examined him good, too, you know, and couldn't find nothing wrong with him.
Of course, if he claims there's something wrong with his back, why, it's going to be hard to prove in court that there isn't. That Squire's a slick one, all right.
Yeah. We might save some expenses by just giving him a third interest in a picture show and settling it out of court.
Well, I sure hate the idea of having him in there as a partner.
Well, I do too, but he's got that note we wrote admitting it was our fault.
Yeah.
Ain't no use to carry it to court when we know we're going to lose. And if we do lose, where are we going to get the $1,000 to pay him with?
I was just thinking, Lum. Squire's been so anxious to get an interest in that picture show, it might be that you could still settle with him by giving him a third interest in the show even if you lose the lawsuit. I believe he'd rather have a third interest in the show than to have $1,000.
And Granny's, I hadn't thought about that. I believe myself that's all he wants.
Well, if you take it to court and lose, well, then you won't be any worse off than you are now. And you stand a chance of winning.
Yeah.
The only difference will be whatever lawyer's fees amount to, and that won't be much.
Well, that settles it then. Granny's, we'll take it to court. Take it to the Supreme Court if we have to.
Yeah, you might get Hal DeLonte in there to defend you, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, now, he'd be a good one. He's the best criminal lawyer and baseball empire I ever seen.
Yeah, he ought to know just how to handle this thing. He
Yes,
would be
sir.
all right. See, I told Squire we'd let him know what we was going to do about it today, so I just was to call him up now and tell him to go ahead and pop his whip.
Yeah, we just well. Tell him to do what?
Pop his whip, I said.
Well, while you're talking to him, you just well tell him go ahead and sue us too long.
Sue us?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's what I mean, tell him to go ahead and sue us.
Oh, is that what you call it, popping your whip?
Well, yes, you can call it that.
Well, I'm glad to find that out. If he'd have come over here and said he's going to pop his whip, I wouldn't have known what he's talking about. I'd have thought he was going to horsewhip us or
Wait a minute.
something.
There's some grandtap up out there. Better not be talking too much around him. He'll blab it all over town.
Well, Lum, I expect I better be getting back over the store.
Dick, wait a minute. I wonder if I couldn't get you to go into the county seat with me this afternoon. Get this feller DeLonge to handle his case for us.
Well, I don't know, Lum. Guess I could.
Well, you could explain it to him, you know, and we could go in your car, too, I thought.
Well, it's nearly 3 o'clock now. If we're going, we better get started. I'll have to go by the store and tell the wife where I'm going, too.
Well, I'm ready right now.
Yeah, me too. I'll telephone up Elizabeth and tell her that I won't be home for supper, not to lay no plate for me.
Well, here, wait a minute, Abner. Both of us can't leave. Why, somebody's got to stay here and run the store. And you'll have to stay here and get the picture show started tonight, too. More likely to be late before we get back.
Well, I reckon you fellers can handle it all right without me.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, here's Grandpa. Better not call Squire while he's here. Well, we can just stop by his place and tell him.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, come in, Grandpap. Come in.
Hello, Grandpap.
Howdy, Richard. Hello, Lum. Abner.
Grandpap, I'll just take you on a game of checkers. Lum and Dick's fixing to go to the county seat, so,
Be careful there, Abner.
well, going in there and...
Sit here playing checkers now and forget to start the show on time.
No, we'll take care of that now. Don't you worry about it.
Well, I'll drop by there when we get back and see how you get along. You ready, Dick?
Yeah, let's get started.
I'll see you tonight, and...
Careful driving that car now. Don't rock it around something going in there. Dick's a good driver, but he just gets that thing going too fast to suit me.
Yeah, I know he does. Yeah, I just shut my eyes when I get in there.
Oh, man, he just hits the high places.
What day you rushing off to the county seat for, Abner?
Well, don't say nothing about it, Grandpap. It's a secret. But Squire Skimp is popping his whip at us for $1,000.
He's doing what?
Popping his whip? Son, don't you know nothing? That means that he's a lawsuing us. That's just a new way of saying it.
Oh, well, I know about him suing you.
Yeah. Well, Dick's going in there to hire a lawyer to defend us.
Well, I don't believe Squire will stand a chance in the world ever getting a judgment again you, Abner. I don't believe he was hurt in the first place. And if he was hurt, it weren't you fellas' fault. I know.
Yeah, I know, but trouble is he's got that note that me and Lum wrote him, and I'm just afraid that thing's going to ruin us if he put that up for evidence against us.
What note's that, Abner?
Why, me and Lum wrote him a note when he was laid up in bed there after an accident to tell him it is all our fault. Just trying to cheer him up.
Yeah.
He had that note over here Friday and said he's going to read it in court.
Well, I do know.
If the case come up. And if he does, we're going to. Or we just the same as admitted right there that the whole thing was our fault. See, we just trying to be nice to him.
Now, you figure if it wasn't for that note, why, he couldn't collect nothing, huh?
Well, that's what Lum says, and he knows all about Sissy there.
Well, you ought to get that note away from him some way or other. It'd be a shame for him to collect all that money off you when you weren't to blame about it and you weren't even hurt.
No, well, he just fell down on a purpose, Grandpap. He had this whole thing figured out in his head before he ever come to the show that night.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Dick Hutterson says so. He's seen through the whole scheme.
I say there ought to be some way of getting that note back.
Well, I wouldn't hesitate a minute if I knowed how to go about getting it. Right's right.
Yeah, of course it is.
Sure.
Now, whereabouts does he keep it at, Abner?
Why, he carries it right on him. Keeps it in that big leather folder that he carries all them gold mining stocks and stuff like that he tries to sell in.
Let's see, come to think about it, Squire's got the name of being a terrible sound sleeper, ain't he?
Wait a minute. I believe I know what you're driving at, Grandpap. A fella could slip in his house over there late of a night.
I tried it.
Get that note, and he never would know a thing about it, would he?
Why, of course he could. One of us could stand and watch while the other slipped in and got it.
I don't it wouldn't old Lum be proud of me if I could get that note back. Now, Grandpa, we won't let on to him nothing about it, see? And then in the morning, when I come down to the store here, well, I'll just walk right in and hand it to old Lum. Yeah. Won't he be surprised then? I don't get his eyes above all foot.
Squire won't have much of a case against the old fellows if Abner can get that note back. Mrs. Carlton Bricker, speaking for Lum and Abner and Horace, who now bid you all good night and good health. Howdy, everybody. Here we are, all ready to take you down to Pine Ridge for another visit with Lum and Abner. Brought to you by the makers of Horlicks, the original malted milk. For a cool, refreshing summer drink, Horlicks malted milk cannot be beaten. Try it for lunch sometime. Dietitians say that most of us would be much better off if we cut down on our usual lunch. Anyone who has to work, they say, should avoid too much to eat at noon. Heavy food cuts down on efficiency, general fitness, and alertness. That's why they often suggest a good glassful of Horlicks for lunch in summer. Horlicks won't give you that hot, stuffy feeling that a heavy, hard-to-digest lunch so often leaves. It'll help refresh you, giving you energy to carry on. That's because Horlicks is a well-balanced food, containing nourishing and energizing elements. Just try it yourself. You can get a package of Horlicks from your druggist in either natural or chocolate flavor. And now, let's see what's happening down in Pine Ridge. Yesterday, when Lum left for the county seat to seek legal help for the court battle which Squire Skimp has threatened over the injuries he received in Lum and Abner's theater last week, Abner and Grandpappy Spears concocted the idea of raiding the Squire's home in an effort to recover a note they wrote Squire, which they now believe will be especially damaging to their side of the case. As we look in on Pine Ridge today, we find Dick Huddleston just entering the Jot 'em Down store in response to an urgent call from Lum. Listen.
Well, Dick, I'm sure glad you come over.
Yeah, what's the matter? What's happened, Lum?
Why, it's about Abner. I'm feared he's got himself into some serious trouble.
Abner? What kind of trouble?
Well, they've got him under arrest for burglary.
Burglary? Abner?
Yes, sir. Got me up at 3 o'clock this morning to make him bond for him.
Who did? What do you mean,
The
Lum?
sheriff from the county seat. They arrested him last night for breaking in a house.
Now, wait a minute, Lum. Now, you know Abner hasn't broken into anybody's house.
He did. Admits to it himself. Him and Grandpappy Spears both. But they never catch Grandpap.
Are you telling me the truth, Lum?
I never was more serious in my life. I'm so dead blamed disgusted with him, I don't know what to do.
Well, what would Abner and Grandpap be doing breaking into somebody's house? Whose house was it?
Well, of all people, they had to pick out Squire Skimp.
What?
See, after me and you left here yesterday afternoon, Abner and Grandpap got their heads together and decided to break into Squire's house last night and get that note that we wrote him last week so they couldn't use it for evidence in that trial against him.
Oh, I see.
And Squire called Abner and called up the sheriff and the county seat and had him arrested.
Well, for goodness sake. Well, why in the world would he try to do anything like that?
I don't know. I reckon they never stopped to think it'd be housebreaking. Of course, Squire will make it twice as hard on him as anybody else would.
Why, of course he is. This is just a chance that Squire's been looking for to get even with you fellas.
Yeah, and if he pushes them charges against Abner, why, you're bound to go to the penitentiary just sure as the world. They caught him right in the act.
Well, what does Abner have to say about it?
Now, I don't know. I said disgusted. I didn't even talk to him about it. He was crying, of course. Scared to death that Elizabeth will find out about it.
Well, that beats anything that I ever heard of.
I called you over, Dick. Thought maybe I could get you to talk to Squire and see if you couldn't get him not to press the charges again.
Well, I don't know whether I could do much good or not. Squire hasn't got a whole lot of use for me now. You know, I was one of the complaining witnesses in that trial that closed up his theater over there.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Of course, I'll be glad to help all I can.
Well, we've got to do something. Squire's got him charged with housebreaking, stealing, grand larcenies, and packing firearms and everything.
Abner didn't hold him up with a gun, did he?
I don't know what he done. I just signed the bond and went on back to bed.
Well, we might call Squire over here and talk to him. Might be able to reason with him.
Yeah, step there to the phone and call him up, Dick. It can't hurt nothing.
What's his rank?
2 shorts and a long.
2 shorts and a long.
Better not say nothing over the party line about Abner being arrested. Don't want everybody in town to know.
No, I won't.
Tell him to come right over if he can.
Wait. Hello? Squire? This is Dick Huddleston. Yeah. Squire, I wonder if you could run over to Lum and Abner's store a minute. Lum and I'd like to talk to you.
Yeah.
Well, it's about what happened last night. Lum was just telling me about it.
All right, don't tell him that.
Yeah, just for a few minutes, Squire. All right, we'll be looking for you. Goodbye. Said he'd be right over.
Might not be no good, but
feel more like they're pushing the charges as far as they can anyway, but we can't just sit back and see Abner railroaded to the penitentiary.
Well, let's call up Abner's place, Lum. Get him down here, too.
Yeah.
He better be here when we're talking to Squire. He can explain to him if he wasn't trying to steal anything but that note.
Yeah, I'll call him.
I'll declare, Lum, it looks like you and Abner can get yourselves in more trouble than any two fellas I ever knew in my life.
Hello? Elizabeth?
Wait a minute, Lum. Here comes Abner and Grandpap now.
Huh?
There's Abner and Grandpap coming up out there now.
Oh, Elizabeth, how are you? Uh-huh. Well, I just thought I'd call up and see how you're feeling. Goodbye. Goodness, I never know what to say.
There comes the two criminals.
Yeah, ain't that a pair of fine-looking robbers now?
Pine Ridge's public enemies number 1 and 2.
Look at them arguing with one another.
Yeah.
Grandpap shaking his finger in Abner's face.
Yeah, both of them laying it on the other, I suppose.
Yeah, more than like that. Now, don't that sound just like an idea them two would study us together?
Yeah, I guess they had it all figured out. So while you and I were in the county seat, why, they'd save the day by getting that note back so a Squire couldn't use it for evidence in that lawsuit.
Yeah, that's just about it. Granny's working a couple of young'uns. Both of them ought to have guardians.
This is funny and serious, too.
Yeah, look at the expression on their face if you want to see how serious it is. Well, gentlemen, come in.
Yeah, how are the James boys this morning?
Howdy, Richard.
Morning, Lum.
Morning.
I just called over to your place, Abner, and you wasn't there.
No, reckon not. Yeah.
I was just telling Dick about what happened last night.
I told you not to tell nobody about that, Lum.
Well, Dick's going to try to help you, Abner. If there's anybody that needs help, you sure do.
Yeah, and I've got some more trouble since I seen you last night.
Some more?
Yeah, Elizabeth.
Oh, you told her all about it, huh?
No, that's just the trouble. I can't tell her about it, and now she's wanting to know where I was at out till 4 o'clock this morning.
And my woman's mad, too, and I can't tell her where I was at without telling off on Abner.
Yeah, and if you do, Grandpap, your life ain't worth a nickel. If Elizabeth finds out about this, well, she'll just about pack up her belongings and head right back for Texas.
Well, she's bound to find out about it sooner or later.
Well, I hope it's later. I want to put it off as long as I can.
Well, tell us what happened last night, Abner, just what took place.
Well, the whole thing was Grandpappy's idea.
It weren't no such a thing.
It was who talked me into it, and it's his fault I got caught, too. Him trying to slip in somebody's house when he got the hay fever.
Well, I couldn't help sneezing. I tried my
We stood
best.
out there in the road and let him sneeze for 5 minutes before I went in there.
Well, we don't care nothing about that. Tell us what happened.
Well, there's nothing much to it. Me and Grandpap slipped in the house to get that note that me and you wrote Squire, and Squire's coat was hanging over a chair there in the bedroom, and just as I was taking the wallet out of it to get the note, why, this crazy idiot sneezed as loud as he could, and Miss Skimp screamed, and Grandpap jumped out the window and run, and next thing I know, the Squire had me down on the floor sitting on me.
Yeah, Abner to run, too, if he could have found the window to get out of.
Well, where did Squire get all these charges he brought against you, Abner? Lum said he's got you charged with stealing and carrying a gun and nearly everything else but murder.
Yeah.
Well, he tied my feet and hands and then went in and called the sheriff. And while we was waiting on the sheriff to get out here from the county seat, why, Squire started filling my pockets up with stuff.
Filling your pocket?
Yeah, put his watch and some money and silverware and a pistol, I don't know what all in them.
Well, what was he doing that for?
Well, when the sheriff got out there, why, Squire told him to search me, and he found all that stuff in my pocket.
Oh, my God.
I never seen as much stuff as he stacked out there on the dresser.
Well, why didn't you explain to the sheriff, Squire? Put it there in your pocket yourself.
I did try to, but he just laughed, said that robbers always said that.
Come on, to goodness. This is seriously than I thought it was. Now then, Abner, setting to tell the sheriff on me and get me into it.
Well, you ought to be told off on. Very idea anybody sneezing at the top of their voice.
It's well, there's no use in bringing Grandpap into it, Abner.
No. Wait a minute. There comes Squire now.
Huh? Oh, my goodness. Let me get out
Now,
of here.
just stay right where you're at. We called Squire and told him to come over here. We're going to try to talk him out of pushing them charges again.
Yeah, I don't believe he'll ever do it. Mad as he was last night. He's more likely started up some more stuff to charge me with by now.
No, just let Dick do the talking now. Be quiet. Well, good morning, Squire.
Morning, Squire.
Come in, come in.
Yeah, morning, gentlemen, morning.
Howdy, Squire.
Yeah, howdy.
Come on back and sit down, Squire. We want to talk to you.
Yes, I think I know what you gentlemen want. You'd like to have me drop those charges against Abner, wouldn't you?
Well, I was wondering again. That's just what we wanted with you, Squire. You see,
Well, I think that can be arranged all right, Lum. Abner, I wonder if I could talk to you for just a half a second, in private.
Why, yeah, sure. Come on back to the feed room here, Squire.
If you gentlemen excuse us, please.
oh, sure, Squire. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Yeah.
Hey, he never acted mad, did he?
No, he never.
You know, Lum, I was just thinking this is going to hurt that lawsuit of yours, too.
Do it.
Why, Squire brings up in court that Abner broke into his house, tried to steal that evidence that he intends to use in the trial. Why, it just makes the case that much stronger against you. That'll show that you were afraid of that evidence.
I hadn't thought about
Why, sure it will.
Now, we've just got to get him to draft them charges.
Oh, it'll just cinch the case for him, what it'll do.
He's coming back already. Yeah. You do the talking, Jake.
Well, I sure appreciate it, Squire, and I'll try to return the favor sometime, too.
Not at all, Abner, not at all. I'm just glad to do it. Well, gentlemen, Abner and I have got this all straightened out now. I drew up an agreement before I left the house, and we both signed it. And I'm going to drop the charges against him. He's got a copy, and so have I. Well, that's all that you wanted, I suppose.
Yeah, I reckon so, Squire. Much
Well,
obliged.
good day, gentlemen. Good day.
Yeah. So long.
What kind of agreement is that? Now, let me see it.
Yeah, read it, Dick. Let's see that.
Well, for goodness sake.
Go ahead and read it. What's the matter?
Did you sign this, Abner?
Why, yeah. Squire had it already made out.
And he's got a copy of it, too.
What is it?
Look at there, Lum. You fellas haven't got a chance in the world of winning that lawsuit. Now, why in the world didn't you ask somebody, Abner, before you signed anything?
Well, we don't know what Abner has signed yet, but evidently it's something that won't help their case any when it comes to trial. This is Carlton Brickers, speaking for Lum and Abner and Horlick, who now bid you all good night and good health.
Howdy, everybody. Here we are all ready to take you down to Pine Ridge for another visit with Lum and Abner. Brought to you by the makers of Horlicks, the original malted milk. Every nursing and expectant mother should know the value of Horlicks malted milk. It is one of the finest foods for them. Rich in full cream milk, in the strengthening and body-building qualities of choice barley malt extract. It has been recommended by medical and hospital authorities for nearly 50 years. Horlicks, the original malted milk, is beneficial for both mother and baby. It can be bought at any drugstore. And now, let's see what's happening down in Pine Ridge. Abner was caught in Squire Kemp's home night before last, attempting to recover some valuable evidence that Squire intended using in his lawsuit against Lum and Abner. However, yesterday, Squire agreed to drop the burglary charges he had brought against Abner if the old fellow would sign a certain agreement he'd drawn up. Well, evidently, this agreement is causing some more trouble, for as we look in on Pine Ridge today, we find Lum and Abner down at their store in a very heated discussion about it. Listen.
Well, if we lose this case, you can just blame it on yourself. You had no business signing a document like that in the first place.
Well, I never paid no attention to what was in it, Lum. So I just said if I'd sign it, why, he'd drop them charges against me, so I just slapped my name right on it.
Looks like you're doing everything you can to help Squire win this case. He's got enough evidence now to where he can't help but win the lawsuit. He's got that note we wrote him admitting it was our fault. He got hurt in our picture show, and you went and signed this thing yesterday and made it worse than ever.
No, I still don't see what there is in it to raise and such a fuss about.
Well, according to this, you went over there to steal that note from him because you feared for him to use it for evidence in court.
Well, that's the truth. That was the reason I was trying to get it back. And I wasn't going to steal it, I just wanted to take it.
Yeah, but, Abner, it'll look twice as bad to a jury now. We could have made out like that note never amounted to nothing. But this shows right here that we know it's damaging evidence again.
Well, you would have signed it, too, if you'd have been in my shoes. I'd rather lose that lawsuit than to take chances on going to the penitentiary or breaking in Squire's house.
Yeah, we could have got you out of that somewhere, right?
Well, read that agreement again, Lum. Let's see just what it was I did sign.
Well, this is a copy he gave you, but recollect, Squire's got one just like it that he'll bring up in court, just sure as it was.
Yeah.
That's all he wanted you. To whom it may concern, this is to certify that I burglarized the home of M.K. Skimp for the sole purpose of recovering certain evidence which I knew Mr. Skimp could use in court to prove that we were liable for the injuries he sustained in our theater.
Yeah.
Signed, Abner Peabody, and witnessed by M.K. Skimp.
Well, that don't sound very good today, but I was sure tickled to death to sign it yesterday.
I don't see for the life of me how we can ever get around evidence like that in court. And the case is set for Friday, day after tomorrow. We've got 2 more days to figure out some way to win that case, or we're going to have to pay Squire the $1,000 damages.
Well, I'll study up some way out of it.
Well, the best thing you can do is just to keep out of it. Just let me handle it from here out. It took up all my time so far. I'm doing what you did wrong.
Yeah, it's just getting where everything I do is wrong.
Well, Abner, I hate to keep fussing at you all the time. I know that you're trying to help, but you just keep making matters worse.
Yeah, I do, don't I?
The trouble is, you don't think things over careful. You just jump right out in the middle of things. You ought to look before you leap.
When did I do any jumping?
Yesterday, finding this thing.
You mean when me and Squire was back there in the feed room?
Well, yeah.
Why, I never done no jumping back there. Squire just held that piece of paper out there and I signed it. Neither one of us done no jumping. I felt like it. Felt like jumping up and down when he said he was going to dismiss them charges against me for breaking in his house, but I never.
Well, I don't mean sure enough jumping, Abner.
Well, what other kind of jumping is it?
Jumping. Leaping before you look.
Well, I always look before I jump. Don't you worry about that. That would be a good way for a fella to get in trouble showing off.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, a fella go around jumping without looking like he's liable to get bad hurt. Jump off a building or something.
Oh, I ain't talking about jumping off of nothing, Abner.
Well, I always look for a jump on something, too.
You still don't know what I'm talking about. When I say look before you leap, I don't mean look with your eyes. I mean...
Well, that's all I've got to look with, Lum, is my eyes.
I mean, study things over careful before you do them.
Oh, you mean study it over careful before I jump, huh?
Yeah, chances are, if you study a thing over, you'll change your mind about it, not do it.
I figure it's too high.
Well, you figure it ain't the thing to do. It's always best to stop and think the thing over careful before you move.
Well, you mean just stand there and think?
Why, of course.
Well, sometimes that might work, but now there's others when it won't.
It'll always work.
Well, it might if the mule would stop and think too, but I'd hate to count on that.
What are you talking about? What mule?
That one down there at Calo's blacksmith shop. That one kicked at me the other day. I'd have stopped to think then before I jumped, or he'd have kicked the hip pockets right over.
Oh, for goodness sake. No wonder you get yourself into so many...
Wait a minute. Who's that coming in here?
What?
Right there.
Oh, then, I don't know.
I saw him summers before, but I can't place him.
More likely some drummer wanting to sell us something. I can tell him right now he's wasting his time. We don't need a thing, not a thing.
I don't believe he's a drummer, though. I saw him leasing something. Let me see now. What was it? Oh, did I see that thing?
I don't know, Abner.
Oh, yeah. I know who it is.
Wait a minute, be quiet. Well, come in, sir. Howdy do.
How do you do, gentlemen? Is Mr. Edwards and Mr. Peabody in?
Yes, sir, we're both of us in. This is us right here. Was there something for you?
Why, yes. My name is Ferguson. I believe my firm is defending you in a damage suit.
Or are you Mr. DeLonghi, lawyer?
Yes. They sent me out to get some additional information regarding Mr. Skimp's accident.
Well, fine. Good. Sit right down.
Could I talk to you just a minute?
Not now, Edmund.
Oh, it's something important.
Well, it can wait. Can't you see I'm busy?
Yeah, but before you start on
Just
that,
take Abner. Just sit there now and don't say a word to Mr. Ferguson tonight. Excuse me, Mr. Ferguson. This is Mr. Peabody, my partner.
Howdy.
My name is Edwards, President Edwards.
Well, glad to meet you, I'm sure. If you gentlemen now will just answer a few questions for me here, I won't take up just a few minutes of your time.
Oh, yeah. Well, we want to help all we can. Anything you want to know, I'll be glad to explain it to you. You just sit and listen at me. Maybe you won't get us into more trouble if you don't talk much.
Yeah, I just tell you something before you start in.
Be quiet. Go ahead, Mr. Ferguson.
Well, the case is coming up Friday, and we just want to get the inside story of the accident.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we're your counsel, and anything you tell us will be kept in a strictest confidence.
Abner, if you open your head again, I'm going to whop you on. Now, hush up. Whatever you've got to say, and wait till after Mr. Ferguson leaves. You can talk to me, and you sitting there together. Now, what was it, Mr. Ferguson?
Well, first, I'd like to know if you saw the accident, either of you.
No, I reckon wasn't nobody actually saw it. They just found Squire laying there in the aisle unconscious.
Yeah, that's where he was, that damn Cappy Phil.
Shut up, Abner.
Well, no witnesses then.
No witness.
Now, Mr. Edwards, have you the proper lighting in your theater?
Which was
Have you proper lighting facilities in your theater?
Well, I don't know about that now. It's Dorothy's picture in there. It's a wonder to me more of them ain't fell down and hurt themselves in half.
Well, you'd say then that Mr. Skimp fell because of improper lighting facilities.
Well, yeah.
Now, Mr. Edwards, I have the questions all made out here. I just want to get your answers and then have you sign the statement for our file.
Why, George, you don't need to explain them things to me. See, I'm a justice of the peace out here in town, Ed, and I know all about legal matters that way.
Yes. Well, do you think Mr. Skimp was badly hurt in his fall?
Well, I don't know. He was sure carrying on like he was down there that night.
Oh, I never heard such groaning and taking on in my life.
He claimed he was hurt in the back, and Doc Miller says you can't tell about that for sure. But personal, I don't think.
Do you think Mr. Skimp is entitled to $1,000 personal damages? Or I'll put that another way. If it had been you that had the accident in some other theater and you were seriously injured, would you expect to collect damages?
Well, yeah, I reckon I would, but of course that ain't...
Well, I think that's all the questions that I have to ask you, Miss Edwards. Now, if you'll just sign this statement right there, I won't take up any more of your time. I see that you're a very busy man.
Oh, yeah, see, I'm justice of peace, and I'm president of the store here, and, of course, managing the theater over there.
Yes.
President of the school board, all them things takes up about his time.
Well, I'll just sign this right here, Miss Edwards.
Right there.
Yes, here's a pen.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we'll have any trouble winning this case now, Mr. Edwards, not with this evidence.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear you say that. Say, is that all for me to sign now?
Yes, I think it'll be sufficient.
You want me to put my notary public seal on that?
No, that won't be necessary.
That's all right, there in the drawer.
That's all right. I think your signature will be sufficient. Well, I'll get right back to town and get to work on the case. Glad to meet you, gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you. Glad to meet you, too. Anything else we can do for you, now, just let us know.
All right, thank you, Mr. Edwards. Good day.
Good day. And as he found out, he was talking to somebody that knows just about as much about legal matters as he does.
What was it you wanted to say a while ago now?
Nothing. It's too late now.
Too late.
Yeah, I was just going to tell you who he was.
Oh, well, I know who he was. He's our lawyer. Ferguson, he said his name was.
He ain't our lawyer, no such a thing. He's Squire Stimp's lawyer. I seen him and Squire talking the other day, and Dick Huddleston told me who he was. And his name ain't Ferguson neither. It's Clark, and Clark.
Oh, my goodness gracious. And there goes another link in that chain of evidence Squire is collecting for his case against Lum and Abner. This is Carlton Brickett, speaking for Lum and Abner and Horley, who now bid you all good night and good health.